Aries. Welcome to your life purpose and career reading for the year 2021. So, this is going to be a reading for this year specifically, approaching up to 2022. But you can take in the energies for now if you like, or whenever you're watching this video. So, this one's for you. So, I've already shuffled because I'm using a few decks for today. So let's get to see some of the cards that you have from the Life Purpose and Career Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. So we'll just pull out the cards slowly. Okay. So the first card you have here is options. Okay, so I'm just going to jump in and then we'll get into your finance message, your workplace messages, keywords for the workplace, and some skills you could use this year. Okay, so this year, 221, for you guys, I'm seeing that you're going to have a lot of options. Okay, it's either you have a lot of options to consider, maybe you're interested in a lot of different avenues in work and career. So the card is asking you, this message is to consider the career possibilities that are open to you. Okay, so it might require for you to do a little bit of reflection, especially now because it's a bit of a tricky time with this whole pandemic situation. A lot of people have been laid off for work, so maybe during that quiet time, if you were in like a lockdown phase, since most of the world was, this was a great time for you to sit back and reflect and kind of see where do you want to go from here. Okay, so it's great to write down where you've been, um, prep up or rebrand yourself in your resume, see what kind of work you've done in the past, collect all your experiences, and then see what you want to pick out from those experiences to apply to something you want to do for the future, right? Or you might even consider exploring a new career path. Okay, so maybe wherever you are in the world, in your community, maybe they require something different. So it's a little bit, when I'm seeing this image of, trying to find the balance too in your life, since I'm seeing the scales here. Some of you might even be involved or maybe getting help from a Libra person, or maybe partnering up with a person that's a Libra and they have some strengths that complement you in some way, okay? Or you could even be getting advice. Um, I even see law, okay? So some of you, maybe something in social justice, even in the legal fields. That's something that I'm picking up from this card. But it's a great time for you to write down and see what's open to you, what you want to explore. So I'm just trying to see what else is coming to me from this. Some of you may even be a little bit, because there's so many career paths, I feel like that's like a block for you. Maybe you are interested in a lot of things. So the major sign here for me, what they're telling me, is for you to write it down on paper or talk to some sort of counselor, career counselor, to help you break apart your ideas and kind of put them out in writing, and to look at them, maybe even creating a vision board that will help you. Okay, so here we have talk to your angels. Okay. So instead of worrying, ask for guidance. Okay, so a lot of you that might be in a little bit of a limbo stage, this is telling me by you focusing on the problem, it's just magnifying more of it. Okay, so they're telling you to start like focusing on balancing your well-being. Okay, so if you've been worried too much, maybe you've been overworking, this especially is telling me that you need to take some time to look at your maybe exercise schedule, the way you eat. Okay, look at ways to find more balance in your life in 2021. So this is for those of you who are working and you're good, and maybe like you don't have another plan, but it might be that you're overexhausting yourself. Okay, maybe because of fear. A lot of us have fear of the unknown, of what's to come. So this is saying to you, your angels, not to worry, okay? Because there is help, and the only way your angels can come in and help you is if you ask them. So you can pray and ask for divine guidance, to God, to Creator, maybe to a person that has passed on. Okay, whatever you believe in, okay, make sure you pray to that source. And you could do that by saying it out loud, by writing it down and asking for help. And then pay attention to the signs you're going to receive, okay? So it might come in a dream, or it might come as numbers. Maybe you're seeing 111, 555. Those are all signs you're on the right path. You could be seeing feathers as well on the ground. So that's all saying, your angels are here for you. Or you might bump into someone at just the right time in 221, okay? And they'll guide you in the right steps, the right direction. But they won't jump in unless, you tell them, I need your help. Please give me a sign. Help me find ways to expand my creativity, to increase my income. You could say stuff like that. Help me to uh, have more clarity in order to find my next path and how to move forward. Okay, so you can, depending what your situation is, if you need more money to increase your finances, ask them to help you bump into people that are in alignment with you, or circumstances, or maybe resources that will help you increase your finances. Because most of the time people ask, I need more money, help me make more money. Okay, so just be a little bit more specific in your questions, like how do you want to be helped, and how do you want to create abundance. Okay, so be a little specific there. Okay, so uh, it's saying not to worry because your angels are there. Okay, so some of you got crystals. So your connections to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. So, right off the bat, some of you might click with this card right away. Some of you may be dealing with crystals or gemstones in part of your work. Um, so, maybe you're using them in your work in some way. Maybe you're doing Reiki or some chakra alignment. So, a lot of you that are involved in the healing arts and you're interested in learning about crystals, this is the yes confirmation, okay? Crystals and gemstones are really powerful. They've been used in medical devices, watches. Okay, so they're used to amplify energy and direct light, more light in places. So they've been used in ancient cultures for aeons. The crystals, they have a lot of powers. They're living things with energy, right? They come from the earth. That's why certain crystals are used to help with certain healing. So if it's something in the heart that you need healing, you'd resonate more with like the green crystals, or those are the types of crystals that will help, like malachite. If you need more clarity or help, angelite, right? One of those crystals, or to gain clarity to move forward, the clear quartz crystal would help in helping you gain more clarity. Okay, so if you have nothing to do with crystals, or you're not interested as a career path, then this is guiding you to go into your nearest, maybe metaphysical shop, and go and see which crystal resonates to you at this time. If you're experiencing some anxiety, maybe sleepless nights, you're probably going to gravitate more towards a blue crystal, which is representative for, healing, to be more calm. It represents the ocean, right? And bodies of water. It gets your emotions coming more into balance. Um, so yeah. So and maybe amethyst, because amethyst is right in there. That's like the all-purpose stone. It's great for travel. It's great for connecting with source, to increasing your intuition. So that might be calling you. I also see jewelry making. Okay, so for some of you, you might be called using crystals or gemstones as a part of your creative hobby or craft. Um, so that's a big one. Maybe it doesn't have to be you making it. It could be you working and selling jewelry. Maybe some of you are really good in sales. Okay, so selling fine jewelry could even be part of this maybe side job or a new career path that you're thinking about. Um, Aries is great. You're a great influencer. You're a great leader. I think a lot of you would be great in sales and persuading other people. As long as you believe in what you're doing, okay? Because that's the main seed when it comes to selling is you need to believe in your product or your service. So that's number one there. Okay, so let's see what other, I'm going to pull two more cards just to see what else you got. Let's see here for Aries. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle. So I'll pull in these two here. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, let's put that there. And there that goes. Okay, so some of you too, you might be musically connected as well. So your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. So maybe for some of you, I feel that had a hobby since a child, you're going to explore that a little more. And I feel like a lot of you got into it more during the quiet times since March. And you're thinking of maybe getting more into it in the year 2021. You could be playing an instrument, maybe learning a new instrument. You could be using the computer to compose music. Okay, you could even be exploring different genres of music that inspire you and take you away to maybe like a different time or a different land, and then it just connects with your soul in some way. But this is very powerful here. So the other thing is, even like this is what I always tell people. This doesn't mean you're doing it for a career path. It doesn't necessarily, what I'm mentioning here is you're going to get paid through these like certain jobs I mentioned. It could just be you're making music for your own well-being, or doing something on your free time or as a hobby, because it brings more balance to your life and your state of mind. Okay, and doing that is still a part of your life purpose because it relaxes you and it opens you up to receive more guidance from your angels. Okay, um, so it doesn't mean like you'll become a musician. It might for some of you, but it's also what's part of your life purpose. It doesn't have to involve money, right? But I mean, if you feel that you could do your hobby every day and you feel you could make profit from it, then this is definitely a sign for you. Okay, so it's really up to you how you want to use these messages. It could be working at something full time or just having it as a part of your life, right? Okay, so let's see. So that's very interesting. So here we are. Okay, so strength. So you got strength here. So everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. So a lot of you've been through a lot in your work and career, okay? You've been through crazy maybe bosses, you've been through crazy coworkers, and that's built a lot of strength in you. You've worked very hard in your career path. Some of the jobs you've taken in the past, maybe you're wondering, oh my God, were they a waste of time? But I'm here to tell you they weren't, because they've prepped you for what's to come. And a lot of you're meant for entrepreneurship. So if you've been in jobs where you couldn't stand your boss and you just had a hard time and you feel like you've had the same boss every time you've worked somewhere, this is telling you that's happened because your angels and your guides have been trying to push you towards entrepreneurship. Okay, so sometimes those painful situations, without them, we wouldn't experience change and push ourselves to do what we want to do, okay, and to break out of the comfort zone. Because if everything was fine and dandy, you would stay where you are. There wouldn't be a need for you to maybe grow and to say, you know what, I want to go out on my own, right? For others of you, especially, being an Aries, you're ruled by Mars, right? So I could see some jobs here, maybe in military, maybe security, somewhere where you're defending others in some way. It could even be the police force, right? Law and order, I'm seeing that majorly here. So, any career path, I see some of you focusing on that, or just kind of representing a person of truth and then fighting for the truth. That's part of your life purpose. Okay. So, I don't know what's going to happen in 221, uh, but as a personal, sorry, not as a year number, right? In numerology, it's a 5. So there's going to be great change in 221. So it might require for some of you to, find the truth and fight for what you feel is true, whatever that truth is to you, okay? But I'm seeing you stepping into a position of leadership. So that's very interesting, actually. So, wow. Okay. So, overall, guys, I'm seeing, get some balance, get your healing, make sure you don't overwork yourself. And you're going to have a few options. You're going to try and figure out which road you want to take. So, some crossroads coming up for you. But, take that time to meditate. Especially if you have a lot of quiet time right now, write down what it is you've done, what you dream to move forward into. And you'll slowly you know, make those steps forward, okay? And pray to your angels, ask them for help. Don't be ashamed of that, okay? And they're gonna help you. They're gonna give you signs. So let me just see right now. I'm gonna pull an abundance card for you. All right. So let's see for Aries, what's their finance message? All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna pull. This is the abundance angels. Oh, okay. Two wants to come out. All right, let's see here. I'm going to read it to you. Okay, so you have abundance mindset. Sorry, you can't see the little word, but that's what it says there. So I'm going to read that to you. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. So it's basically saying to have that abundance mindset now. So, I feel like some of you, maybe you're saying, I'll be, maybe successful one day, or um, the house that I want will come in the future. So put yourself in the position to say that, you have what it is you're meant for now. Okay. Say it's coming. It's there for me. It's waiting for me. I have it. Okay. It's like, when you're at a restaurant and you put an order in, you have faith that it's coming. Your meal is coming, right? For the most part. Um, right. So it's the same with the universe and attracting abundance. Put your order out there and have faith that it is coming to you. Okay, so if it's prosperity you want to increase, say that idea will is there for me. It's already there. It's going to come in my dream. Um, so focus on that you're grateful and prosperous now. That's another little trick here. So see what it is you already have in your life that's good. Don't focus on the lack. That's the other thing I'm seeing here with this card. Do you have food every day on your table? Do you breathe fresh air? Do you have that friend to speak to when things are tough, right? Do you have a loving partner that you cherish? Little things. It could be different for everybody, right? Do you have like even like a car that gets you to work? It gets you from A to B, right? Other people don't have that sort of stuff. So that's one thing that's coming to me with that card. I'm just trying to see what else it's saying. I do feel abundance is coming. It's there for you. Um, I'm also seeing these chakras here. So some of you might be dealing with chakras or looking to get your chakras aligned. It could be that maybe there's some sort of block. It could be a block or your belief system towards money. That's what I wanted to say. And that could have been, it could have developed from childhood. It could be a belief system saying, you have to like suffer or work really hard to like make, a lot of money. And maybe it's something like an undeservingness, even like maybe you grew up with limited amount of stuff and you're like, that's all that I'm gonna get, and I'm always have to thinking about the loss, or um, I gotta save the money because it might leave one day. So that's like fear-based thoughts, right? So you want to check yourself and your belief system towards your finances. But I do know that once you put yourself in that positive perspective of looking at what you do have, um, then more blessings come to you, right? Because if you just focus on lack, then when something good comes, it's like, yeah, you like it for a second, but then your mind falls back into the lack, and things come and then you don't see them, right? So you want to be very mindful of how you think about money and like your lifestyle, and your beliefs, right? So money, like I tell people, it's just a tool, right? It's the force behind it that makes it, I guess, evil or good, right? So some people believe the root of all evil is money, but it's the intention behind the person. Even with cards, some people believe in them, some people don't. I always say that it's the intention. We bring things to life. We give things. We breathe things energy. Okay. So that's everything for that card. And I do feel this is connected. I feel like some of you are using crystal work when it comes to chakra meditation. I feel like that's something some of you are interested in. Here it is again. I don't know. I'm thinking some of you guys are just overly proud and your ego steps in. Like you don't want to ask for help. And you could do things on your own. You can. But I think it's part of your life purpose, especially in 221, not to be shy and not to feel, weak asking for help, okay? Because yes, we're born alone, but we're born also with the help of others, with the help of your mom pushing you out, with the nurse taking you out. You know what I mean? So you do need help, okay? Sometimes you do need that help. So have the courage. It's not a weakness, it's a strength to ask for help, okay? And asking for help, it gives opportunity to others to give, right? Others feel good too when they give, and you enrich their lives in a way as well. Don't feel, you're making them feel bad, or you're like taking away from their time. If someone has the time, they're going to do it, right? So asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Okay. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. Okay, so again, yeah, I'm thinking a lot of you need to have faith. I feel like a lot have lost faith. Okay, maybe some that are listening, you feel very hopeless in a situation, especially for those maybe that have lost work and feel a little worried what's to come. But this is giving you confirmation right now that all is okay. Your angels are near. Okay, people around you coming in the form of angels, your angels in the spirit world. Okay, God, there, it's all there around you. Love is all around. You just need to reach out. Okay. Um. So let me see here what else that's coming to me from this card. I feel I'm hearing giving and receiving. So I do. Some of you are interested in maybe charity work, okay, where it's like providing help even to others that are have that are a little bit less fortunate than you, and you want to give, maybe donating food or clothing or something like that, being a part of something like social service. I'm seeing here. Okay, so maybe there's a cause you really believe in your community. Um, and that, I feel you're a leader in that. Whatever you believe in, you're going to be really powerful and in your power coming up in 221, and doing something good that's very meaningful for the world and the people around you. So that's what I'm getting from this card. Let me see your workplace messages. So this deck, guys, I have it. If you're interested in your own personal reading, I have it in my Etsy page. These are cards that I made myself. So they have different keywords of work. And I'm just going to shuffle and see what's coming up for you. Okay, so let's see for Aries, what's coming here. All right. Okay. So Aries, I'm just going to hold it up because it's going to fall from there. So your first card, you have goal setting. Okay. So for those of you that are a little lost and scattered in your thinking, it's going to require for you to write down your goals. Okay. Paper and pen is very important right now. So make sure that you write down where it is you see yourself, what you want to accomplish in 221. Guys, you'll be amazed in the power of writing. I've written stuff so many times, especially before, creating the channel and, my Etsy page and other things that I've wanted to do in my life. And I look back 5 years before writing something and I'm like, that came true. Like I forgot about it and I looked back and I was like, wow, that actually, when you write it, it sits in your subconscious. You don't have to look at it every day. It works actually better when you write it. It goes in your subconscious, and then there's something, it gets the wheels in motion, okay? And you start realizing you're taking some steps towards that goal. So write down some things you want to accomplish this year. That's going to be very powerful. And goal setting, it's very specific. Okay. It's not like, for example, I'm going to lose, 50 pounds in a year. That's a very broad goal. It's not a short-term goal, it's a long-term goal, right? But in that long-term goal, you need to break the long-term goal in shorter goals, right? So what do you need to do, for example, to lose 50 pounds in a year? You need to break down, you know, right, in general, your diet needs to change. You got to go to the gym. Okay, so drinking more water. How much more water? How many glasses are you going to drink in a day? What time, right? What are you going to have for breakfast? What are you going to have for lunch? What are you going to have for dinner? And then how many times a week are you going to exercise? What kind of exercise are you? So you got to get the point there, right? So you got to break down your goals, or else you're just going to kind of leave it there, and you're not going to take the steps. And when you put the time and date to work towards that time and date, right? So very important, guys. Write it down. So the next one you have here is creativity. Okay, so a lot of you are going to explore your creative side in 221. You're going to play around a bit with some of your options. Okay, some of you are very creative, and maybe you're even thinking to do a hobby on the side while you're in your regular working role, right? So that's going to give you a lot of peace of mind, a lot of inspiration, coming up with ideas. Okay, creativity doesn't have to be like art and music and the typical things we think of, like painting. It could be that, and you guys, some of you could be really great at that. But creativity is like, think of it as an egg, right? It's something new being born. It could be a new strategy or a new software program. It's something new that hasn't been, launched before in the world, right? And you could be inspired, or be channeled through spirit to create something that's like really fresh and different, like a new path or a new lifestyle, new way of living, right? Uh, so yeah, be creative. It doesn't have to fit in a box, like whatever you want to do. Don't feel that you need to fit the mold of your society, right? Be a little bit creative in your thinking, and doing something outside the box, right? How do you think, this world that we live in, like the whole 9 to 5 thing, somebody created that, right? It didn't just come out of nowhere. So, you could create a new path for yourself. Okay, blue collar, right? So blue collar is so some jobs in blue collar could be like construction work, electrician, um, marine, even biology. It's something hands-on. Blue collar jobs. There's white collar and pink collar jobs. The pink collar is more service. The white collar is more office jobs, working with computers. So this is telling me, maybe some of you even have like a green thumb, right? So working with your hands in some way. Um, that's something coming out for you. So, using your body in some way, using your hands. So, look up some blue collar jobs, because I feel some of you might be suited or looking for a career path that's more blue collar. Okay. So, very interesting here. Let's see, guys, some of the skills. Okay. So, some of the highlights for you in 221 will be exploring your options. You have some options, which is great. And also exploring your creativity. You're going to need to give a helping hand or ask for a helping hand, right? So that's going to be a big benefit for you, a big highlight for the year. A lot of you are using your creativity. I would say your biggest weakness is getting stuck in your own head, not asking for help. Okay, when you could receive the help, and people would be more than happy to do that. um, but overall, please do not fear or have anxiety. The more you focus on that, the more it's going to amplify. So take care of your well being, and especially your mental health and well being. Hey, here it goes. So this matches, guys, with blue collar jobs. So building things, it's like a realistic job. Building things, it could be homes, What else? It could be building like a garden. Maybe some of you are interested in gardening. It's something physical, right? So it could even be building a business of your own, right? It doesn't have to be, could be online something, building a platform of some sort. It does connect with that card, with the leadership and strength card. So a lot of you are doing something physical, or you could be using your skills in maybe a blue collar industry where they are using the skill of building in some way. It could be building, transportation, trains, anything like that, construction. Um, yeah, feel free, guys, to, comment below on some of the things. Maybe I didn't mention your specific job or what you're thinking. I'm just kind of throwing out whatever's coming to me right now. But anything that clicks to you when I'm reading out the cards, like, write it down in the comments because it could help somebody else. Okay, so that's a skill. So building something realistic. Let's see what else for Aries. So I'm just going to shuffle. All right. Seeing the big picture, artistic. So this is like you're a director of something creative that you're doing. Um, so I'm trying to see here. It could be like making a movie or film or composing something, and you directing something. You're kind of the lead in seeing the big picture, and even of like the world right now, like not paying attention to little details of what's going on and getting caught up in like small worries and fears, but seeing like the large picture, okay, in some way, seeing maybe where we're headed. So that's the other thing that's coming in too. Um, but it could also be just like artistic, right? So you have visual skills and you're very clairvoyant, actually. So you could see events that are about to unfold. So you could use that and make something creative out of that, that deep knowing that you have. All right, so let's pull out another card for you, and then we're going to end it, guys, with a well-being message, a little affirmation that I have for you. Okay, so some of you have straightening things up. So it's another structured job. It could be, what I'm getting here is like decor, even straightening things up. Like maybe you're doing house modeling or something, and you're fixing things inside of in a house to like present it. That's like an example I'm getting. It could be in the computer, straightening things up. Maybe some of you are like an IT person or something, and you're cleaning something up in a computer. But anything that has to do with this structured job where you're organizing and you're putting things in order, uh, event planning is kind of a little stalled right now, but maybe you're doing something online. It could even be in the home. Okay, some of you might even be in home care, maybe watching kids, and you're doing something, you're organizing a lot in your environment, you're cleaning things up, straightening things up. Okay, so it could be that as well. So you'd be good in some using a skill like that. Let's see here. Okay, so I hope some of these messages resonated for you guys. Let me see an affirmation card for you right now. Okay, so for Aries, let's see what your affirmation is. Oh, look at this. Okay. Wow, I love this. So it makes sense, guys, because some of you, I sense you're worrying. So it's saying the perfect job is looking for me and we are being brought together now. So I do see a lot of you with your options. It's going to come to you. So remember what I told you, abundance mindset. So picture it that that job, that right perfect job for you is coming, right? Like attracts like. What you seek is seeking you. That's a popular quote from Rumi. So, it's out there for you guys. You just need to have hope and be positive. And instead of worrying, take action towards finding it, right? I deserve to have a successful career and I accept it now. Okay, so you are deserving of this wonderful new path that's going to unfold for you. And you're going to, because you're going to love it, it's just the money is just going to follow right after. Okay, so you need to have hope. You need to make connections, maybe call people, and don't keep it quiet, guys. If you're looking for work, make it known to people. See if there's someone that could help, that you could connect you with another person. The world is actually really small, so you'll be surprised. We're all connected here, um, and we're all here to help in some one way or another. So make it known. Don't hide it. Don't be, home alone and kind of, sad in your own little bubble. uh, Please get out there and talk to people. Okay, someone will come out and help. I just want to see what this. Oh, this one here, I'm just seeing what this book there says. It says you can heal your life. So a lot of you will be focused on healing and bringing more balance for yourself too, and letting go of a little bit of worry as well. Okay, guys, so I wish you all the best. This was a little longer than I thought. Feel free to comment and stay tuned, so more readings will come. Thank you and see you soon. Bye bye.